Now, the two categories of crops, the grain, legumes, and dryland cereals, sometimes we put them together, but they're fairly apart in terms of the challenges regarding production and sometimes even supply. That if you consider the grain legumes per se, you find that there is a challenge with regard to multiplication of the seed from one generation to the other. Currently, the requirements in many countries is that before you release a variety, you're supposed to have some minimum amount of breeder seed. But our experience is that moving that seed from the breeder seed to the foundation seed to quantities that investors would be interested in picking up and moving with one stage into the certified seed is not as easy. So it takes a lot of investment, earlier investment, to be able to produce foundation seed. Besides that, there's a challenge of bulkiness that affects the transportation, particularly to remote areas that the private sector would not be willing to invest in. And even after the transportation, the sort of space that they occupy because of that bulkiness is a lot, and storage becomes a problem. Besides the fact that when stored also, carryover seed to the next generation degenerates in terms of quality fairly fast. So there are so many challenges that affect the interests, particularly of the private sector investors, so that they are not as enthusiastic in investing in the grain legumes. Besides the fact that so much has been said in terms of farmers being able to keep their seed to the next year, but there is data indicating that farmers actually do purchase seed, only that they don't purchase seed from authentic sources. They end up purchasing seed from the open market. So the question is, what is it that drives them to purchase seed from the open market, to purchase grain in the open market and consider that grain as seed? And could we try to understand and tap into that driver that makes them purchase seed from the open market so that they'll be able to purchase high quality seed from authentic sources, if possible certified or rather community seed produce. And that's the reason for us to sit down and discuss strategies to improve some of this seed supply, but also seed demand end of it.